Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to make a video pin using Photoshop. I'm Laura from Foodology Geek. My website's foodologygeek.com, and I just started doing these video pins myself, and I thought it would be helpful to put together a quick video tutorial. I know a lot of food bloggers are using Photoshop already, so this process isn't super complicated if you know how to use Photoshop, but I know also some people are pretty overwhelmed by Photoshop, but it really isn't that difficult. So the first thing you want to do is make a canvas. And I make a canvas, I start out with an 800 by 1200 pixel, just plain white canvas, and then I add in all the elements that I need to add in. And once I have all my elements added in, then I'm able to just kind of reuse that same exact post to create other pins. So for instance, this is a homemade bourbon caramel sauce, and here I have my pumpkin bar that I used with it, and I just did a quick video. I use just a really simple format where I have a color block with the title. You can put whatever kind of information you want or whatever branding that you want to have on your pin. I like to keep a logo on my pin, and anytime you're going to add an element in, you simply just go up to File and Place Embedded, and this will allow you to pull a file in that's already been created. And you use this function if you're placing something like a graphic that you've created in Illustrator or a movie that you've either edited. This can be something you made in iMovie, something you made on your phone. It can be just a simple MP4 format, however you want to record your movies, whatever your standard is. So what I do is I have my pin and I go ahead and I save it. This one I already have. I've hit File, Save As, and then I rename it so that I don't overwrite the original file that I'm working on. So this one is going to be my version 2. And basically the only thing I'm swapping out here is I'm just simply going to swap out the video. Let me go ahead and stop this video. So I'm going to swap this caramel on my pumpkin cheesecake bar for caramel on ice cream. So once I've deleted this, I'm just going to go ahead and add back in a new layer. So I'm going to go back to File, Place Embedded, and I'm going to find my ice cream, my caramel sauce. This is my caramel sauce on ice cream. I edited this one as an MP4. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop that video in. And once that video's in, I can just simply resize it to fit the size of my window. And you'll notice that what ends up happening is there's a mask. This first layer acts as a mask, so anything outside of that mask is automatically clipped off, so you don't even have to worry about it. Now the only thing I have to do is I need to make sure all the elements that are in my pin are the same length as my movie. Oh, sorry, I need to select this first. Just to check and make sure that I'm confirming that I'm adding it. Because what ends up happening is if it's not the same length, it'll just fall off. So I need to just make sure that I pull out all of these to be the same length as my video. I'm just going to go ahead and drop this red line to the end so I can clearly see exactly how long they need to be. And then I go to the Settings tab. I make sure that the loop playback is selected so that so this will continue to loop. So that way if it's playing on the main page of Pinterest, it will keep just looping over and over again. So I'll go ahead and once I have all that done, I'll just take a quick look at it and make sure it's showing up the way I want to. Right now, the speed is a little slow for me, so when I render my video out, I'm going to render it at a little higher frame rate just to make sure it is going a little bit faster, because I kind of want this to be under 30 seconds. So once I'm pretty satisfied with how it looks, I'm going to go over here to my little this little pull down menu, And I am going to just hit render video. And so I'm going to make sure that my frame rate is actually set to 30 frames per second, as well as over here 30 frames per second. I want to make sure this is set to Adobe Media Encoder, and the output format I want is H.264. Make sure it's going into a folder that you know you're going to be able to retrieve it from, and then hit render. I'm going to go ahead and replace this because yes, I did already create this file a second ago. So this will take just a second to render, depending on how big it is. So we'll just go ahead and wait for it. And then once you have the video rendered, it'll be in the correct format, and you can just pop it right into Pinterest or into Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and make a couple more videos on video pins just to show you how to set up the initial templates. So keep an eye out for that. I'll put the link to those videos in the bottom, in the description of this video, so you can have access to that. Also, if you are watching this and you need help with other Photoshop stuff and you're a food blogger, I'd really love to hear about it. If you could leave me a comment in the comments section below, I'd love to create some videos to help you guys out with some of the tech stuff. I know it can be really daunting sometimes and just takes so much time to figure it out. So just having a quick instructional video sometimes can really help save you a lot of time. So now that my video is rendered, I already know that the video is here in my video pins section. So I'm gonna go find it real fast. And bourbon caramel or caramel version 2. And so now I have this video that I'm gonna be able to use on any type of social media. So if you have any questions, leave me a comment below. And if you're interested in other videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot. Bye.